Hmm. Okay, it seems I am live. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. My sister's in the chat. If you want to talk with her, Cats and Felipe are here. Really? So Felipe is the name of the moose that lives. Well, I guess it visits around my sister's house. But all right. Hmm. All right. I got to be honest here. I got to confess something. I I had the idea to stream last night. Um, I don't know. I forget what time it was, but it was like last night. I had the idea to stream, and then I had insomnia. Couldn't really sleep right now. He had scheduled a stream already, and I feel kind of bad because I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and stream anyway, even though he's tried. But I don't know. I just wanted to do a little live stream because I figure a lot of people, most of my viewers are from the U.S. A lot of people they're bored, they're at home, they're kind of locked away, and they need someone to hang out with. They need someone to hang out with. Maybe they just want to listen to someone else talk, and I just figured I would be there. So, yep, Bobby, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, there's nothing really planned for the live stream. It's just I'm just here. Uh, Maybe I can, you could send some questions in the chat, and we can talk, and you just have someone to hang out with, and I'll just kind of talk about random things. Like this mug, for example. My old boss at Sichuan University made got this mug made. It says China's goodest English teachers. I figure if people get really bored, I can start playing guitar or something. But I mean, that's if you guys get really bored. Um, so, okay, well, let's get into a few questions here. Let's see what's going on here. So, Chinny Chin Chun from my channel, because of the comments that he or she made. And at the time, I didn't realize they were jokes. And then I kind of allowed him or her back on the channel. I do remember that. So I don't even know if that person noticed, but I did do that. The pandemic it's kind of fine right now. I can check. There's an app on WeChat that will kind of it lets you check the status of like the cases in like different cities around different provinces, and you can check. It's just got all the stats. It's called Chuanguo Xinguang Feiyan. I'll probably not mention the pandemic because people are kind of tired of talking about it. I'm certainly tired of it. I mean, we've been dealing with it for months. There's 10 cases in Chengdu right now. Yeah, 10 cases in Chengdu. They're all from abroad, people coming in from the airport. There's 10 cases in Chengdu, and then there's 0. If I get really close. Nope, I guess it won't show. It won't. Well, just trust me. There's some. Oh, you can see a little bit. It's right there. No, 10 cases in Chengdu, none in the rest of Sichuan. So that's good. That's good. Yeah, life is pretty much normal here now. Life's pretty much normal. Like my favorite restaurants are back open again. People are going out. People are hanging out with each other. The only difference is you have to wear masks when you go out. That's about it. Like nothing crazy. Nothing crazy is going on. Schools are not back yet. That is kind of annoying me. But that's really the only thing that's not normal. Everything else is pretty. It's pretty okay. It's pretty okay. So I've been sitting at home a lot. Been watching a lot of YouTube. been playing a lot of cards. I've been playing a lot of cards. So I got some cards when I was back in Texas. So I just got a little deck of playing cards like this. I've been doing a lot of just like solitaire because I'm just that bored. Or I've been going to a coworker's house on Tuesdays, and then a bunch of us like get together and we play just different card games. I have a cribbage app on my phone. I play a lot of crib. I've been reading a lot. I think I've read 14 books this year so far. Yeah, I've read 14 books so far. I'm on book number 15. So I've been busy with those. I've been busy with those books. So if anyone ever needs book recommendations, just find me on Goodreads. Just search Austin Guidry on Goodreads.com, and we can talk about it. So, because yeah, I love talking books. All right, let's get back into the chat. Bobby Reborn. I just wanted to say thank you for posting vids about Gansu. Only because of your suggestion did I look it up on Google Maps and save everywhere to go there. Well, yeah, Gansu is a really underrated province here in China. It is so underrated. I was really happy because Lonely Planet, like a couple of years ago, I think, 2 years ago, maybe 3, named Gansu as the best region to travel in Asia. Like it was Asia's best travel region, was Gansu in Northwest China, because it is really, it's in a good point. I mean, probably not now, but it's at a good level where things are starting to kind of get developed, but they're not too developed, they're not overdeveloped, and there's not tons of people traveling around in Gansu, not a lot of foreigners, so like you can get a really authentic vibe in Gansu. It's a really, really cool place, and I recommend everyone who's in China go traveling throughout Gansu. It's such an amazing little province. It's very different from the rest of China. At least the northwest of China is like, you get like Shanxi and Ningxia. So yeah, definitely travel in northwest China. Deltron Zero, are you still in Sichuan? I am. Yes, I live in Chengdu. Capital Sichuan province. Not going anywhere for the moment, but I do have some plans that I'm working on, but I'll save those for another time. Where am I planning on going to in China next? Where am I going next in China? I don't know. Sometime before I leave Sichuan, I am gonna end up leaving Sichuan, I think, in the summer for a new thing. Before I leave Sichuan, I'm going to take a friend or two and go to. I don't know. I'd like to go to the Tibetan part of Sichuan, out in the west. They just call it Tranxi, just like Western Sichuan. Like I think in English they call it Garza. In Chinese they call it Gansu. It's just a really developed and not a lot of people. I'd like to check that out. Access to those places is always kind of spotty. You never know. A couple of famous places in Sichuan that I haven't been to. Like I've never been to Qingcheng Mountain, which is like 30 minutes away from Chengdu. It's really famous. I've never been to Emei Mountain, Mount Emei. I've never been to that, which is like one of the most famous ancient towns like in China. Definitely the most famous one in Sichuan. Haven't been there, so there's definitely still some stuff. So okay. Is that a Fender? No, I forget what the brand of this is. Let's see, what's the brand? It's a brand that doesn't exist anymore. It says specifically made for FCN Music, Tonbridge, England. So yeah, it was made for an English music company from about the 70s to the 90s. And they had actually one of the China models, and they sold it in England. My friend in England bought it in like the early 90s in England, and then he brought it to China from England, so it's back home. So the guitar has done some traveling, and it's not a expensive guitar. I think he said he bought it for like 200 pounds at the time. So I mean, it was not super cheap, but it's definitely not an expensive guitar, and it sounds great. It sounds great. So I don't even know if that picks up on the stream because I'm just using my webcam, like for audio and all that. So, but yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I'll put that away because I don't even know if it's picking up on there, and I don't want to bore you guys. So, oh yeah, okay, yeah, John Mayer. Yeah, it was a couple of John Mayer tunes real quick. He's polarizing, but he's a great guitar player. So yeah, let me get some more coffee. And actually, John Mayer has the best Instagram live game. I love John Mayer's Instagram because I was watching it the other day, and he was just doing his thing. He was like coming up with like, see what Dave is up to. And I'm just thinking like, who's Dave? And he pops it up, and it's like, is Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle popped into his live stream. And I'm like, holy crap! Like, because Dave Chappelle is probably my all-time favorite comedian. I love the guy, and they're just like talking. They're just like best buds, apparently. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's see what's going on here in the chat. Wow, Barbados. What time is it in Barbados? That's a good question. Where are you guys watching from? So yeah, Rashid is watching from Barbados. Well, I know my sister's in there watching from Alaska. What about you guys? Where are you watching from? So let's see. Have I ever been to Canada? No, not been to Canada. I'd like to go. A lot of my friends are from Canada, like Nova Scotia. I got friends from all over Canada, but no, I've never actually been. I'd definitely like to go. Canada seems like a pretty chill place. Teresa's in Vancouver, Evans in Orlando, Bali. Hey, Bali. All right. Not a bad place to be stuck. Kind of expensive. I mean, unless you're there from the USA or something, then it's probably cheap. Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas. Here we go. Northwest Arkansas is beautiful. If I've got my geography right, I think I've been up there, like in the Fayetteville area and around. There's a lot of little mountains, a lot of great nature up there. So, what the heck is a Timbit? It's fantastic. Timbits have my heart. I don't even know what that means. If someone knows what a Timbit is, let me know. Is that a Tim Hortons reference? Okay, so I've seen a couple of comments from this person, Wenjang Chiu. Why are there so many pro and anti-China YouTubers right now? I appreciate that your videos focus on life in China, not the CPC, Taiwan, Hong Kong, blah, blah, blah. Stay impartial. You're the man. Okay. And then following up with, what do you think about Guelo 60? I don't want to comment on specific, like, okay, so there's a certain type of YouTuber. Like, I don't want to comment on channels that are really, really big or channels that like garner a lot of attention. Like, I don't want to comment about like Serpent ZA. I don't want to comment about Lawai 86 or Guelo 60, or the big, like, really notorious channels. Like, I don't feel like commenting about that, because I feel like no matter what I end up saying, someone's like, people take sides and they get angry, and then like I start getting trolled, and then like it's just I don't see the point. I don't see the point where like the Barrett people. I don't watch Barrett, but or maybe there's a couple of Barretts. I don't know. I don't even watch most China content these days because I live here. Like, I live here, so I don't really watch China content. I tend to make it focus on my life here. I want to focus on my life in China, and like I have a pretty good life, so my videos tend to be positive, but I don't want to like take a stand and say this is a pro-China channel, this is an anti-China channel. Like, why? Life is life. Talk about it. So, you, Alex Absolute, and living in China are what I consider realistic China. Yeah, I like living in China. That guy is so weird. His name's Jason. Jason is such a weird, like, YouTube personality. Like, these days, like, he would make everything into a weird suspense drama, something. It was very strange and very unique. These days, he's making a lot more content, but it seems to be kind of normal, quote unquote, normal content, and he seems to be just kind of bored, which I understand. So it's not quite as fun as it used to be, but I still love it. Like, I had such a huge, like, man crush and YouTube crush on the living in China guy. Like, I had such a huge crush on him. Cause like when he came to Chengdu and I met up with the guy, and like he came into the Starbucks where my wife was working, and she like recognized him and his wife. Oh my God, you guys are here! Like, what are you doing here? And like, we met up just that night, and he's like the most normal dude. Cause like on YouTube, he's weird. He's a weird fella. But I met up, like when we actually met, like he's a really normal guy and actually kind of shy and quiet, if anything. But I just kept asking him all these questions. Like, I kept asking him all these like fan questions, and I was like, did you take the HOP? Did you do this? Like, where's the scooter? Like, all these like questions. And I think I kind of freaked him out because I was such a fan of that guy. Yeah, living in China. Love his videos. All right. Let's see. Rashid has been watching my channel for 2 years. Okay, well, there's another question. How long have you been watching? Some people have been watching a long time. Let's see. Message return. Dude, you lost a bunch of weight since last time I watched your videos several years ago. Yeah, I did lose some weight. Oh, that reminds me. Where is this? I saw a comment last night as I was not sleeping. Someone left a comment. It says, it's from Mr. Fung. Okay, it says, I saved it because I just thought this was really funny. I'm 100% committed to losing weight this time. Could you please make a video showing what you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? I want to see how much you eat and how much exercise you do regularly. Have as much information. Like, if you make a 10-minute video, I'm willing to make a one-time payment of $20 for that video. Also, tell me how to pay you, PayPal or Patreon. So this guy's like, I will pay you $20 to make a video about what you eat. Okay, I'll make the video for $20, sure. Because I get no money from YouTube. Basically, I get maybe like $10 or $15 a month from YouTube. I get virtually nothing. So $20 is more than I would get for the rest of the month on YouTube. That'd be great. Now, if you feel like throwing in a bit of cash, there's Super Chat, and I've got my Patreon down in the description if you want to check that out. So, but you don't have to. In fact, most people choose not to, which is fine. Let's see. Do you ever envision going back to the U.S. to live with your family? Yeah, I envision that. Sure. I did a video. When was it? Must have been last week. I did a live stream with Jerry Capital. His channel is now called This Is China. So yeah, his channel is called This Is China. I did a live stream with him, and he asked me the same question. And I talked about it in a little more kind of detail. But yeah, China is not a kind of place where you live forever, I don't think. But I'll always be in and out of China because, like, I'm married a Chinese girl, and I've spent my entire adult life basically in China. I came to China when I was I was still at uni. And then after I graduated, I came right back to China. That was, let's see, I got here in 2011. It's been 9 years. So I'm 31. I've spent 9 years in China. That's like a third of my life. A third of my life. Can you receive BAT token? I don't even know what that means. Is that a cryptocurrency? I don't even know what that means. BAT token. I'm gonna just Google that real quick. Cause that's Batman. BAT token, Batman, Bat money. Basic attention token. Can be used to obtain a variety of advertising and attention-based services on the BAT platform. Okay, it's Ethereum based, which is cool. I like Ethereum. It seems like a better alternative to Bitcoin. I have a little bit of it, but yeah, I guess I don't accept that because I don't even know what that is. I'll have to look into it. I'll have to look into that. So okay, let's let's get back to the comments. Caroline, what year did you even start this? I think my first video was in the last days of 2010 or in the early days of 2011, like in the first few days of 2011. So it's getting scary for us foreigners in China. Do you feel uncomfortable here? This is from Mr. Hayren. Okay. Now, his name is Mr. Hayren, which means Mr. Black Guy in Chinese. I would say, yeah, especially if you're in Guangzhou. I mean, you can just search that for yourself. Like recently, these days, like a lot of Africans, even with like legitimate visas and like residence permits and stuff, they're being just basically in Guangzhou specifically. Guangzhou, like foreigners in Guangzhou have always been very, very unwelcome. It seems to me. I get really bad vibes every time I go to Guangzhou, but in Chengdu, life is good. Like, life is the same as it's ever been as far as like relations between like foreigners and Chinese. Everything's about the same. Holy crap. $5 super chat. Thanks for the real videos. Our September trip to China got canceled and I'm missing the food. Your September trip? Oh man. September? That's a really long time from now. I would think. So, cheers. Cheers, Snarky. I see that message. But, yeah, John, thank you very much for that super chat. I think that's the second time I've ever gotten a super chat. I was very excited when I saw that. Boom. So yeah, cheers. But yeah, I'm sorry your trip to China got canceled. Oh, AA canceled the flights. Okay, all the way to September. They might put them back on. They might put them back on. September's a long time from now. So we'll see. I mean, best of luck. Hope you can get back sometime. Because yeah, I guess China's not letting any foreigners in at the moment. So you know, that's how it goes. There's always a pendulum, right? That's kind of the nature of life anywhere. It's always there's a back and a forth. Like things swing one way, things swing the other way, and then it settles in the middle for a bit, and then it swings this way and this way. I haven't personally seen anything weird or scary or anything. Like Chengdu's the same as it's ever been. All right. From Scott. Do you think it's a better bet for someone to teach ESL to get a job before coming to China or just showing up and applying for jobs? Get a job before you come here. It just makes everything easier. It really does. Like, I don't really understand why anyone would just want to show up in a new country and just say, well, I've got 30 days before my visa runs out. Let's see if I can find a job. That seems like a really stupid approach to me. Because, yeah, you can find a job in 30 days. You can walk around and visit these places in person and all that. But guess what? Like when you apply for jobs, they're going to ask you to send all your documents online. And they're going to ask for your passport scans online. They're going to want to do all the recruiting over email. So all that you're doing is just spending extra money and giving yourself a really tight deadline in order to like do the same thing, because everything in the job application process is done online anyway. So thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of jobs posts posted every day. So like you don't even have to have a reason. No accommodation provided, but no housing stipend. But like you can be really picky with jobs online. But if you've got 30 days before your visa expires and you're in China trying to figure out where you're going to stay in hotels, like where you're going to eat and this and that, trying to like learn the language, and at the same time you're looking for jobs, that's that's a bad idea, I think. It's a bad idea. Whoa, Snarky. Whoa, holy crap. I got 2 more. So this is Steven. So this is your 3rd time then. Yeah, that's my 3rd time ever. Holy crap, I didn't even see those come up. Tipping in euros. All right. Euros, fancy. Yeah, that's my 3rd time. And then Snarky with another one with a $2 one. Come to Shanghai, Skittles misses you. I miss Skittles, man. Skittles is in your live stream, Snarky, because you went on Jerry Capital's channel as well. And you were, and I think I remember the cat popping up in the live stream. I love cats that love to snuggle and they're like on your lap and all that, but they also have some independence. Like they'll just go off and do their own thing. But I love a good lap cat. I mean, cats are amazing. Yeah. Yeah. So we got John and Steven and Snarky. Thank you guys very much for the super chats. You guys are great. Oh, Steven says, I remember replying to your Weibo around 2012 when I was a junior high student back then. Yeah. And someone said, explain Weibo. Oh, Bobby. Bobby asked, can you explain what Weibo is? So Weibo is W-E-I-B-O. Weibo is Weibo is basically it's Chinese Twitter. That's all it is. It's Chinese Twitter, and I feel like it has more ads. So yeah, there's not really anything to. There's not a lot to explain. I haven't used Weibo in a while. Maybe I can just pull it up and then see if there's anything that stands out that's immediately different. Not really. Yeah, Weibo, it's exactly Twitter. It's just like you just scroll through it. You just scroll through it, like there's different posts you can like, you can retweet, you can do this or do that. But I find that, food. I find that Weibo is really, I just find it sort of boring. I don't find it all that interesting and engaging because it's a Chinese social media platform, so some topics are going to be off limits, and I don't quite know how to. I never know what to search for on Weibo. Like on Twitter, like I can. Like if I get on Twitter, like I know what I want to search for. I can just search for like, but I never know what to do on Weibo these days. Yes, Weibo's literal translation is microblog, but we just call it Weibo because that's the name. It's a name. We don't usually translate the names of things. Caroline has asked, what's my favorite book of all time? My favorite book of all time? Oh, good Lord. Well, let's get out the ebook app. Let's see what I got. Favorite book of all time. Good Lord. That's a tough one. I don't know. I could tell you one of my favorite books of the last in yellow. It's by Robert Chambers, and it's written way back in the day. Like if you've ever read Edgar Allan Poe, then you'll get the idea of that sort of writing style. H.P. Lovecraft and Edgar Allan Poe. So Robert Chambers was actually a really big influence on H.P. Lovecraft, and you can see fingerprints of Robert Chambers, kind of Cthulhu, however you say it. I don't like that mythos, but like the Cthulhu mythos and the universe of that has borrowed really heavily from The King in Yellow, like taking all these little bits and pieces. And yeah, H.P. Lovecraft was a huge fan of his, and so yeah, The King in Yellow. It's a collection of short stories. I think it's 4 or 6 short stories, and the first 2 or 3 specifically short stories are awesome. They're awesome. Um, yeah. Favorite book of all time is tough. I mean, Infinite Jest by David Foster Wallace is the best reading experience I've had as an adult by far. Infinite Jest. It's a challenging read. It's a long read, but it's so rewarding. And like just as you're reading, you're discovering this world and discovering this culture and all this. So Infinite Jest by David Foster Wallace. Best one. It's a book about tennis. Well, tennis features in it, but I wouldn't say it's about tennis. Yeah, so good. Okay, let's go back into the chat. Let's see. Love your videos. Been watching since Tianjin. All right, cool. I love the eat all of the things video. Yeah, people love eat all of the things. I find them rather tedious. I find food videos very tedious, very boring. They're very shallow as well. I don't think that food videos like add any value to life or to the internet. I don't see the point of food videos. Um, I mean, people like them, people enjoy them, and I guess there's a certain value in that. But like, here's what I think. Like, if I make a video about, let's say, traveling to a village or an ancient town or something, a lot of the times these places that I go, like, there's never been another video made about that ancient town or village or something. So I get to fill in an information gap. I get to put up something new, something interesting, or like, for example, like when I went to the Hanging Coffins, that was a very meaningful trip for me. So I got to record my thoughts, and I get to record this place, and I think it's the newest video. It's the most up to date video on the Hanging Coffins on the entire internet, as far as I'm aware. So it provides information, but food doesn't really do that. They don't do that. Yeah, it's like people watch them and they're popular, but I don't think they add anything to life. Nano Media is here. All right, Nano Media. I am a fan. Yes. Food videos are boring as to make. That's true. I don't like to describe food in different ways. I just want to say this is effing good. Enough said. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, food videos are, like I said before, they are tedious. They're not fun to make. They don't add any value to people's lives. They don't. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like watching them. I don't like making them. Yeah. So, yeah, I prefer travel or culture or daily life content. What's your favorite YouTube content? My favorite YouTube content is there's a show called Puppet History, which is on this channel called I think it's just called Watcher. But yeah, it's called Puppet Hit. So there's just a guy who's got a puppet of this thing called the Professor, and he explains just random stories in history, and I just enjoy that. It's from the same guy who did Ruining History on BuzzFeed. And it's just a fun little series. I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to watching that. I have a lot of creepypasta stuff. Creepypastas, because like I just like having something on, like a story while I'm doing the dishes, while I'm cleaning the house, while I'm like riding my bike or doing that. Brody Smith, PewDiePie, Good Mythical Morning, Philip DeFranco, Joe Rogan, Steve-O. Steve-O's podcast is okay. Southampton FC, and yeah, various other things. So there's just a little glimpse into my YouTube life. So we are 45 minutes into this live stream. All right, cheers, guys. We've nearly done an hour. Okay, let's go through here. Robinson Crusoe is Grandopolis's maybe their favorite book of all time. Robinson Crusoe is a good one. That's a good one. I haven't read that in many movie. That's an easy one. My favorite movie is There Will Be Blood. That's my favorite movie. It's Daniel Day-Lewis, about being an oil man. You see, I'm an oil man. This is my partner, HW. He's Daniel Plainview. Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite movie of all time. Like I can just watch it over and over again. Like I'd probably rewatch certain parts of the movie, like maybe once a week or once every, and then maybe once a month I'll just watch the movie again. There's so many subtle details that I pick up on in that movie. God, I love that movie. There Will Be Blood. Yeah, okay. JY, it's nice to see you. It's been quite a long time. Well, nice to see you too. Snarky, I always thought it'd be cool if you and I could make a trip somewhere and make a cool video about it. I think that'd be cool as well. I love hanging out with Snarky. We've hung out a couple times. I really enjoy it. He's a fun dude. I go that way. The closest place, maybe Suzhou or yeah, somewhere like that. Suzhou. Let's see. John SS. The Sex Caves was different. The Sex Caves. Yeah, that was a yeah, that was different. That's a good way to put it. Grandopolis, what do you think about Guaylo 60? Well, that was addressed earlier in the podcast. I don't want to comment about because like there's been so much attention, and some positive as well. Back when he first started making videos, we chatted and I helped him out. I gave him some advice with various things, and I didn't have a problem with him, and I would just rather not comment about it because he's got himself in some hot water recently, and I don't want to. Guys, there's just too much notoriety around him. Like the second that I say about any of these people, then like people are gonna jump on me. People are gonna take sides. They're gonna, it's just not a good thing. I don't feel like taking sides on that one. So, sorry, Grandopolis. I can't really. I don't really want to answer that one. Nano Media wants to come to Chengdu again. That drives me nuts. People that call Chengdu, that's not what it's called. There's a British guy here in town. He's been in Chengdu for like 10 years or something. And he still calls it Chengdu. Like that's basically his accent. Chengdu. I've been in Chengdu for like Chengdu. It's called Chengdu. Have you seen any of Nano Media's videos? Yeah, I've met Nano Media. Yeah, I've seen nearly all of his videos. I may have missed a couple of the recent ones, but yeah, I've seen him. I've definitely seen a majority of Nano's videos. See, are expats in China trash? Why foreigners in China are losers? Yeah, that's not. Yeah, those are not the types of videos that I'm gonna watch. Top 5 reasons foreigners are leaving China. I did see that one. Why I left China, things I missed from China. Yeah, I've seen most of his stuff, but yeah, I haven't seen those recent ones. So maybe that's uncomfortable. So my bad. But yeah, yeah, that's what. Yeah, I don't feel like middle. Like that's how I look at life. most of the time. But honestly, that is how I look at life most of the time. Like if people are so far left or so far right, so far this way, like then, it's probably somewhere in the middle. So yeah, let's see. Keep those comments rolling in. Keep those questions rolling in. Let's talk about it. I'm very excited for a new video that I'm gonna make. I got a message about some guy that I got a message from this guy, and he said, "Hey, there's a guy on WeChat who's SK from this guy." I'm like, really? Ooh, I can expose this guy. I can do this. So, like, I'm very excited. Like, I'm gonna add this guy to WeChat and pretend like I'm gonna be a customer, and I'm gonna expose him. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Because he's selling like driver's licenses, he's selling HSK, he's selling like those illegal TV boxes. He's selling a bunch of stuff. So I'm very excited to make a video about that guy. That should be fun. Okay, wait, let me hold on one second. Hold on one second. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. All right. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know your situation. I don't know what's going on in your life. I don't know what you want to do in China. I don't know your particular reasons for wanting to move to China. I don't know which region. So it's kind of hard for me to have an opinion. Should I stay in Canada or should I come to China? Well, I don't know. I don't know. The cats looked up when you blew your nose. Sorry. I mean, I love my life in China. It's fantastic. So I don't regret coming here in the least. I've had a whale of a time. It's been 9 years. So it's really it comes down to personality and goals and agenda. So yeah. Let's see. Will you be able to receive your Trump bucks in China? I don't know. Would you retire in China or maybe part-time? I don't think I'll retire, and I don't think I'll be here that long. When I'm at that age, who knows what the world is going to look like, or who knows what the world is going to look like when I'm like 65, 70. I'm sure the retirement age is going to be like 80 by the time I get to, by the time I get there. But yeah. Why are all these people asking me my opinions on other vloggers? Like Anderson, I don't want to comment on Serpent ZA. I feel like if you really look at the videos and you look at how things have evolved over time with any China YouTuber, if you look at someone's YouTube channel over a long time and see how this person has grown or changed or stayed the same or this and that, I trust you to form your own opinion. So I don't want to comment on these really big channels because people take sides. We balanced YouTubers have it hard. It is hard to become popular when you aren't pro-China or anti-China. It's a thin razor's edge we have to walk on. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. When you're someone who's just sharing your life here, someone who's just like doing YouTube as a hobby, like there's no way you're ever going to be like really viral or really, really famous or anything. It's just, yeah, the thing that gets clicks on YouTube is negativity, pretty much. That's what gets clicks. And if you're doing YouTube full time, uh, and I don't want to do YouTube full time. I don't like um, putting all my time and all my effort into YouTube. Like I have an actual job. Um, I have an actual job, so I'd rather spend more time thinking about that. I have a social life. I have friends. I have a family. I'd rather do that than chase YouTube money. So yeah. Gary, excellent work with the weight loss. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think I'm. What am I at now? Let me check. I forget pounds and kilos and stuff. I'm at 85 kilos or 84 kilos, something like that. 84 times 2.2. So I'm at 184.8 pounds. So let's say 185 in terms of pounds. 185 down from 277. So that's 90 something pounds I've lost. So yeah, great. Yeah, that's about it. Okay. China's a great place for growing a business or building fortune. Relatively, I think Europe's a better place to retire. Feels more relaxed and laid back. Europe's also very expensive. Um, yeah, China is a great place for growing a business or building a fortune because, like, laws here are just kind of like laws for business. It's just kind of whatever. Like, you can just like take someone else's idea and make your own company, make a lot of money. You can be really cutthroat. You can be super competitive, pay your workers nothing, and then make a lot of profit. Take advantage of 996 and other things. Like, there's a lot of like laws are pretty lax here for businesses. There's a lot of ways people hide their money and stuff. So yeah, that's true. I feel like in China, it's a lot of young people trying to hustle and get a lot of money, and then they take it and go somewhere else. Or people are here for work vacations, like they want to take a break from their job back home, so they come and teach English for a little bit. Or there's just people who are um, trying to quote unquote find myself. Like I'm trying to find myself. Ugh. Or something like that. Serpent ZA in the chat. Like I don't want to like the he's not here. Just leave it alone. Where is my wife? She's upstairs. She's still chilling in bed. She didn't want to be on camera. She hasn't been on camera in a very long time. But yeah, she's there. Just trust me. I apologize if you talked about this. Have you been treated differently recently in China? No, everything's about the same as it was in Chengdu. Everything's the same as it was. Nothing new. Nothing crazy. Nothing recent. Yeah. In other places, things have definitely kicked off. Guangzhou and Guangdong, Shenzhen. Like Guangdong in general seems to be a really nasty place to be a foreigner. There's a lot of bad vibes in Guangdong. It's not good. So yeah, like foreigners that like have only ever lived in Guangdong, like they've only ever lived in Guangzhou or only ever lived in Shenzhen, or like they feel like, oh, China's so unwelcoming. Like, no, that's just a one city. Like, oh, xenophobia is on the rise. Like, no, it's just that one city, or it's that one area. Like, oh, everyone in China hates foreigners. No, it's just that one area. Like, try going somewhere else. People are pretty chill. Like, I've lived in 3 different regions. I've lived in the Northwest, I've lived in the East, now I live in the Southwest. And like in these 3 places that I've lived, and I've also traveled extensively, in those 3 places, I've never really experienced like true xenophobia. No, never. I've experienced like the curious, wide-eyed nature of China, but in all my travels, I've never experienced like true, actual, real xenophobia. No. So I don't buy the whole narrative that xenophobia is on the rise in China. Yeah, there are certain pockets of it, and yeah, there are cartoons that came out. Yeah, that was posted by some one guy who didn't like foreigners and blah blah blah. Like, yeah, there's little pockets of it everywhere, and that's true in every country. People of all different backgrounds and all different opinions, and like I don't. It's so hard to generalize China. Like when I make my videos, I talk about Chengdu or I talk about Sichuan because like I realize that what I talk about in my videos in Sichuan may not apply in Gansu, or it may not apply in Guangdong. It may not apply in Heilongjiang. It doesn't apply. So I can really only just say like, if you want to move to Chengdu, here's this. If you like this kind of thing, you'll probably like Chengdu. If you like this, you'll like Sichuan. Here's this. So that's what I think. Yeah, I don't like generalizing because it does China a disservice. There's so much diversity in this country that just saying, oh, China is X, China is Y, China is Z. That's one, that's ignorant, and two, it's incomplete. Yes, trying to generalize China is like trying to generalize Europe. Yeah, yeah. Like China is a place where like you've got Urumqi, you've got Kashgar, you've also got Shenzhen, and you've got Beijing, you've got Chengdu, you've got so many different things together. Yeah, it's like, yeah, let's summarize Europe. Czechoslovakia and England, or Czechoslovakia is not even a country. The Czech Republic and England, or like Bulgaria and Spain. Like those are so different. Yeah. And same for the US. Yeah, exactly. Like these are very big regions. Lots of, yeah. So why can't you work in China on a spousal visa? That I don't know. That's always seemed stupid to me. I don't think it's xenophobic. I just think it's stupid. It's just a stupid rule. Yeah, I'm on a spousal visa, but I can't work. That is pretty stupid. Have you ever gone back to that old Chinese restaurant or Tibetan Indian restaurant we went to? Oh gosh, I don't even remember which restaurant you're talking about. Tibetan Indian restaurant. Oh, the Tibetan Indian place. Yeah, there's a place in Chengdu called Bollywood. It's an Indian restaurant. So Indian food, curries and naan bread and the like. It's Indian food, but it's located in the Tibetan quarter, and like all the staff are Tibetan. So it's like there's a Tibetan girl bringing you a plate of butter chicken, or a bowl of butter chicken. It's very odd. And a lot of the customers are Tibetan, but you'll see Indians there. And, a couple of the cooks are from India as well. I went around Spring Festival, like before everything kicked off. And yeah, it wasn't quite as good as it used to be. So, yeah. I'm from Hunan and lived a year in Nanjing, so it's so different there. And then I traveled to Chengdu, and it's like a different world. So we got a Chinese guy from Hunan, lived in Nanjing, then traveled. Are popular for foreigners to do. Well, teaching English is by far the most common job. So let's see, who do I know? Let's see. I'd say, like, if I had to just like running some media company, they're doing like some sort of small business owner. They own a bar, they own a restaurant, business, or be an English teacher. Probably the most common things. I see a lot of HR people in Chengdu. A lot of like tech people, like working for Texas Instruments, working for Lenovo, working for car companies, working on the state grid. There's a big range of jobs here. But yeah, I would say that English teaching is probably 90% of the work here. So since you're not working, I am working. I am teaching, just not today. I'm doing all the classes at Sichuan University online. So yeah, I'm still working. Still working. Let's see. How do you like the life in Tianjin? And there's some picturesque walks you can take and things like that. But yeah, Tianjin's really fun to visit, I would think. But I wouldn't recommend living in Tianjin. Like, be there for a week or two and then, go do something else. I'd say go to Tianjin for like a 3 to 5 day visit. And that'd be enough. Yes, engineers, software developers, yeah. Those are popular jobs. No chiropractors. I think I saw one in a group. Were you the guy that asked about chiropractors? Yeah, I remember inquiring in a couple of expat groups about like Western licensed chiropractor or American licensed chiropractors. I think there was one in Chengdu, but yeah, nothing recent. I don't chiropract. What is that phrase for that? Chiropractic, chiropractitioning, whatever. That's not a big thing here. Like most people just go get massages and that'll fix everything. But I've never had a joint issue or muscle issue that hasn't been resolved by a massage, even down to like sciatica for chiropractors here, Western chiropractors. Let's see. Okay, well, good night or good morning to Josh was here. Josh really was here because he's not here anymore. He's off. I'm teaching university classes online in China, 70 students in a class. How are you managing grading and attendance? Okay, well, because we're doing classes over WeChat. So like if I put out a, if I say, okay, class is starting, at our usual time, I put out questions and prompts and things for the students, and then I see, which students are replying, which students are actually doing the work. And then I give a homework assignment, and then I check who actually submits the homework assignment. So I use a survey program called Mike CRM, and it lets me see, I can organize it in a way. And then in the WeChat group, it's pretty easy to like just check who's replying, because I have them change their WeChat names to their Chinese name and their student number, so I can just check, number by number. But I don't have any classes as big as 70. My classes are, I think my smallest is 18 and my largest is like 50. So yeah. So yeah, I keep meaning to make a video about these online classes, but I haven't done it yet. So Snarky, they've got these blind massage parlors here in Shanghai that are wonderful. To have those there. Yeah, I think that's massage parlors, I think, are really the chief vehicle of employment for blind people in China. Like if you're blind, you're going to be a masseuse, because everywhere that I've lived in China and most places that I've traveled to, that's one of the most common businesses that you see. It's called Mangren Anmo. So it's like Mangren means blind. So blind people giving massages, which makes sense because they do everything by feel because they can't see anything. And like you go in and you see them, everyone's up, they've always got their eyes closed or their eyes are going in different directions or something. And like, yeah, they just do everything by feel. And so massage is a natural sort of career path. So yeah, I think those blind massage places are everywhere. Sorry, my eyes are kind of bothering me. All right. Think you need a foot massage? Nah, I'm good. Do they have public bathhouses where you get massages afterwards? That's more of a northern China thing. Um, yeah, like public showers, public bathhouses. It's more of a northern thing. I think they do have them, but it's pretty. They're few and far between. Like what you'll see more commonly is like day spas. Like you pay X amount of money, and then you're allowed to stay at that place for 20 24 hours. And they have places where you can take naps. They have places where you can get massages. You can take showers. They have hot tubs and jacuzzis, and they have like buffets. They have all this kind of stuff. It's like a day spa. And that's about the closest thing they have to public bathhouses in Chengdu, anyway. But yeah, when I used to live up north, like in the northwest and in Tianjin, like public bathhouses were everywhere. That's definitely a northern thing. That's a northern thing. So, because I know I've seen people talk about it, the public bathhouses in just in various places up north, in the northeast, in the northwest. Yeah. So, let's see. Schools are supposed to reopen here soon. Yeah, I forget. I forget when schools are reopening. We still don't know when universities are reopening. But I think primary schools and stuff, they reopen in, I think, May now. I think everything got pushed back to May. So it'll be a while. It'll be a while. My coworkers and I keep joking that, yeah, we're going to go back to school for exams. Like we're going to say, hey guys, welcome back to Sichuan University. Today we're doing exam review, and then we do exams the next week. That's been kind of the joke, but it sort of looks like that may actually happen. So, but yeah, I do like the online stuff to an extent. It's very freeing, but yeah, I miss face-to-face classes. I do miss face-to-face classes. I miss seeing the students, and I like being able to walk around and to observe, and Ryan is in my I think Ryan is in my YouTube chat. Get the brand new Jesus deck out already. There it is. Yeah, that's definitely Ryan. I know who that is. That's funny. Yeah. Yep. You've thrown me for a loop. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do or say now. That I didn't expect that. Okay. It's been an hour 18. Oh, it's time to go, man. You're late to the party. I don't know. I don't know about the rest of the country, but in Chengdu, the factories are starting to reopen again. Everything's starting to reopen. I do remember like when it happened, because it's like blue sky, blue sky, blue sky, blue sky, and then one day just they turned back on the gray. It was like they flipped the switch, and then I was like, oh, okay, we're back to normal now. So, I mean, that's the nature of China. Like when you have this country that manufactures the world, like the world's supplies for every industry, that just happens. This is the world's factory, so of course there's going to be pollution. I mean, it's a sad fact. It's not fun, but that's just the way it is. Like, of course, no one's going to the factories to work. So yeah, it was nice to have good air and all that, but you know, life must go on. Life continues. Shanghai's announced reopening school dates. That's good. That's good. Um, yeah, they will. I'm not making any videos at the moment. I don't feel like filming. I don't feel like editing. Live stream is a great way to like promote some interaction and create a little content, but not kind of go out of my way, so to speak. I have a couple of videos that I want to put out, but they're a lot of work. The videos that I'm working on are a lot of work. Play a song with the guitar? I did earlier. So you missed it. Or I played a bit of a song. So saying we might go back in late April just in time for midterm exams. Okay. Well, if anyone's got any last minute comments or last minute questions, put them in the chat because I think I'm going to go in a couple of minutes. Like maybe let's just say an hour and a half, like an hour 30. I'll call it because that's a long time to be sitting in front of a computer, an hour and a half. So is there anything else? Should I DoorDash dinner? Sure. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Editing is a drag. I disagree. I really like editing. It just, the kind of video that I want to make is a whole different style. And I'm not sure how to approach it. Like I feel like once I figure it out, and I feel like it's kind of helped me understand the media and helped me understand like reality TV and also the news and things like that. Like it helps me understand like how fake a lot of it is because you can do anything. You can extrapolate a lot out of one little tiny piece of video. You can do this, put a thing that happened 2 weeks after this thing, but you can put it before this to make it look like they're connected, even though they're two completely different things. And like there's so much you can do with video. So here's a crazy idea. Send me the footage and I'll edit an Austin video snarky style. Interesting. I feel like I don't think I could ever do a snarky style video. You put way too much work into your videos. Snarky puts more effort into his videos than any other China content creator. It's got so many different filters. He always sets up so many different scenes. Everything is perfectly scripted. It's really tight editing. You don't waste time. It's all so tightly controlled. It's very impressive what Snarky does. But I don't think I could ever do that because I don't like scripting videos. I don't ever script videos. I have a general idea of what I'm going to say, and then I put up the camera, and then I just talk. I do 1 to 3 takes for each video, and that's all I do. So, am I still keto? Yeah, still keto. I sort of I do it some days, and then like I'll get off it for a day, and then I'll go back on it, and it's sort of yo-yo. But I think after Crystal's birthday, which is on the 20th of April, after that, I'm gonna go real hard. But yeah, I'm still keto at the moment. Do they have any English movies at Zijing? I don't know. I don't go to the cinema here in China. There's too many people on their phones and talking. It's very loud. And usually the movies that get released here in China are just their superhero movies are bullshit. Like they're dumb. Or is it, yeah, do you want a superhero movie or a superhero movie or a cartoon for 6-year-olds? Like I don't, none of the above. None of the above. Like that's that's it. And then Chinese movies are not good for the most part. Chinese movies are not interesting. They're not good. There are a few classics, like the best of Chinese cinema is in the old days, like the movies that were made back in the 70s and the 80s, and like those are the best ones. Um, I don't understand Chinese comedies. Chinese dramas are really badly acted, and badly lit, badly shot. Like it's they're not good. I don't want to, yeah. Ugh. At least in terms of like mainland films, they're pretty bad. So I've sort of given up on Chinese cinema, modern Chinese cinema, I should say. Yeah, there is some sort of limit to how many foreign films can come to China every year. I don't know what it is. Um, so yeah, I don't. This makes me sad. Like in a country with this much wealth, this many resources, and it with this much potential, like I don't understand why media is so bad, because like, you can have like with as many people as China has, there are bound to be amazing directors. Like Zhang Yimou is a great director. He's made some great movies. There's got to be lots of Zhang Yimous out there somewhere in China, but they either haven't found them, or um, they're too restricted, or the industry's too hard to break into. I don't really know. There's something that doesn't add up to me. But oh well. The best Chinese cinema is coming out of Hong Kong and Taiwan. Yeah, possibly. I don't watch a lot of Hong Kong or Taiwanese things. Hong Kong, because I don't like Cantonese. I don't like the way Cantonese sounds. I don't like the Cantonese language. Just personally, movie. Now that I think about it, or TV show or anything. Huh. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I may have to rectify that. Yeah, I may have to rectify that. Let's see. John Woo, Hard Boiled Face Off. Haven't seen any of those. I don't, I don't, I don't generally go for John Woo. Isn't that like kung fu stuff? I don't watch a lot of kung fu movies. They tend to be very formulaic. Hard Boiled. That sounds familiar. Hard Boiled. It's a literary genre that shares some of its settings with crime fiction, especially detective fiction and noir fiction. Yeah, it's all very formulaic most of the time, so I don't tend to watch that sort of stuff. So yeah. Oh yeah, Ang Lee. I've seen a couple of Ang Lee's movies. I saw Lust, Caution. I don't really remember much of that movie. I remember it being good, but I don't remember much. Brokeback Mountain, and I think I saw something else by Ang Lee. Can't remember. Yeah. Long-term plan, 5 or 10 years. I don't tend to make long-term plans. From Anderson. This is probably the last question. Oh, Crouching Tiger was Ang Lee. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've seen that. Long-term plan. I don't generally make long-term plans. If you make long-term plans, you're basically just setting yourself up for failure, because like life has a way of like screwing up your plans. It's not a good idea. Not a good idea to make 5-10 year plans. Like you can set a goal for yourself. Like by this time, in the future, I want to have like this sort of job, or I want to have this much money saved, or this but to make a specific plan, no, I don't do that. So, but still, 5 or 10 years is a long time. I generally only plan 1 to 2 years ahead. I feel like that's realistic. And as far as that goes, you will see the next step that I'm going to take. The next step is going to happen at the end of this school year. So this summer, you'll be seeing some stuff from me that will show you the next step. I don't want to announce it here or anything, but yeah, there is a next step coming. You'll see. Okay, we will make this the final question because this coffee is starting to hit me. I gotta go. Final question: did you exercise during your weight loss, or was it all keto? It was 90% keto. It was 90% keto. I didn't start exercising until the very end. I do have a really nice bicycle that I cycled. It's funny. Someone's asking if I've ever been to a Natuki. It was a bike shop. Actually, I have a Natuki bike that I got from a friend. So I cycled kind of the whole time because that's how I generally just get around Chengdu. People say that cycling is great exercise, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like great exercise. It's just like, because Chengdu's so flat. Like if Chengdu had a bunch of hills, I could see how it might be great exercise, but how should I say, near the end of my weight loss? Because it's not over, but once I lost the majority of the weight, I started playing football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. I generally call it football. I play football, and I still cycle. And today I'm going to go play ultimate frisbee. Tonight I might. It rained a bunch last night, so I may not go do that. The field will probably be wet. It was just keto. So yeah, there you go. I think that's about it. So we're at 1:33. It was a good time. I really enjoyed this. This was nice. Was getting to hang out with a few people, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and how do people end streams? I don't even know. See ya. Bye.